Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for match reaction to Arsenal's game against Wolves last night, where Arsenal got a crucial win, 1-0 last night. Do apologise yesterday for the watch along. Don't know what happened. I actually didn't wake up till about 1:30 in the morning for some reason. Yeah, we've got Stu from our match preview from the Wolves Fancast. How are you, my friend?
The frustration is tempered now. I've calmed down a bit more.
Yeah, I'm sure. But we got Sait and Marley, a regular panelist. How are you two guys doing?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's Friday. We won. Can't complain.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's more or less it. I'm a little sad because Stephen mate, like we've been agreeing a lot this past week, and I'm sure I'm gonna say a lot that you're not gonna agree with today. So I'm gonna ruin the perfect week for us. Other than that,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, we'll see how it goes. So, okay. Okay, we'll start off there, shall we? Like, we'll start off there. Marley, what's your overriding thoughts of the game then?
Okay. Well, the minute Xhaka got a first yellow card, I'm pretty sure I felt exactly what the entire Arsenal fan base felt. Like we're not finishing this game with 11 men, and we didn't, and it wasn't even Xhaka. But dude, great performance from three of our four defenders. I felt like he was a little lackluster from the guys up front. Horrible from Lacazette. As always, like he does some good things overall, not as a striker. Like I said this to Nitesh like a couple hours ago. I said like he should probably do exactly what Joe Wellington did at Newcastle and become a midfielder because he's going to become a better player. He can't shoot anymore. Like he's a good passer of the ball. He's got like good hold up play and all of that. He can't shoot. But I went bananas with the red card. Like I've never seen anything like that in my life.
No, maybe.
Dude, have you ever seen a guy get 2 yellow cards in a row like without any pause? It doesn't happen. It's not.
Have you ever seen a guy decide to take someone out for 2 bookable offences, mate, in the space of 6 seconds?
Mate, I know he wasn't smart. But dude, like he wouldn't do the second one if he had gotten a yellow card already. Like I just strongly disagree with that one. I feel like the ref just really wanted to be on TV. That's about it. But dude, we won. That's the final thing. We won. I'm happy. If you don't remember, I actually predicted GMAG scoring as well. I predicted a 2-1 victory, but I said Gabriel was going to score. He did. So I'm happy.
Well, I predicted a 1-0, so I got it spot on. So
you didn't predict GMAG scoring, though.
So what? I predicted a 1-0. I did also predict we'd end with 10 men. Right?
Yeah, that's like what every other game for us now.
But there you go. Yeah, big up Ron Marty does actually happen. There you go. See, I'm kind of welcome back, Stu. Stu.
Static. When did it happen?
You'll get the clip.
No, it happened in a Northern Ireland game a couple of years ago.
Okay.
A couple of years ago. That's how rare it happens because no one's that stupid.
There's if you want to follow Dale Johnson on Twitter, he's a good follow. He works for ESPN. He comes out with all this crazy shit all the time of stats and things that have happened like that, and puts VAR right. Let's put it that way. Go on, Steve. What you were saying?
There you go. So there we go. So yes, Stu, coming to you, Wolves. As a Wolves fan, what did your overriding feelings from the game?
Anger.
Okay.
I haven't. Obviously, this is the first time I've seen Arsenal in the flesh all season long, other than on telly. I couldn't believe the sheer amount of cheating that was going on from start to finish, and it was like, "What? This is this is Arsenal we're talking about. It's not Stoke. It's not Brentford. there's no need. The players are on the pitch. There's no need for this shit going on, and it was embarrassing in a way. It was like, well, you don't need to be doing this. And I thought, like man said about Lacazette, was he there? Other than that, the one that he put wide when he was, where everyone was, oh, he's offside. It was right in line with where I sit, so we could see it was a good foot and a half onside. Thankfully, he cocked it up. But other than that, I didn't feel under pressure at all game. It was very much a blood and thunder kind of battle. And I thought Gabriel was superb for you in defence. I thought he was absolutely immense.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my overriding things. I mean, I didn't see obviously much of it because I was asleep for it. And but what I seem to gather is that I think we started off fairly okay, and it was. I felt it was once we had. See, the thing is, and I don't know if you noticed it, when we score, we then drop off about 5 yards. Like whenever we do score a goal, we end up dropping off.
You said that in the preview that if you scored first, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and that's always been the way with Arsenal. It's just like, oh, we've got something to conserve now, so we're like in two minds: do we keep going or do we pull back? And obviously, when Martinelli decided I'm gonna be an idiot, right? And I mean, Marley, you could defend him every time of the sun, right? You don't push some. First of all, you put your hands on someone, right? You can get sent off for that straight away, right? You can actually get sent off for that, right? So you could have actually been sent off and got a free match ban if you really wanted to, right?
Martinelli.
Yeah.
Martinelli, dude.
You put your hands on Marley. In the rules of the game, if you put your hands on someone, it's a red. In the rule.
Team other than Arsenal gets a red card for that.
No, Molly. It's in the rule. If you want to go by the letter of the law, that is a red card. Simple. But the refs allowed it to carry on. Now, in the advantage, he then goes on and takes someone out from behind while he's on the run. That's a second bookable offence. So that's 2 bookable offences. Slam dunk. Slam dunk. That's done. There's no question. Right? He's an idiot.
All right, dude. I disagree with you. Arrest me.
Yeah, I'm gonna come round over there and arrest you. So there you go. Like,
well, I know you can't come to Brazil, so there's that.
Don't make me book the flight. But yeah, look. Despite that, what I did like to see from Arsenal is that, yes, I do agree there was a lot of time wasting going on, and that's kind of like Arsenal today. Right, we're shit. If people may not have noticed, so when we do get a 1-0, like, we're gonna start sitting back and defending and doing everything under the sun to buy time. And we did actually defend resolutely. And let me just go through some of the chat. Ruben Neves told the truth about Arsenal. It's nothing but facts. Absolutely. Arteta out. Luke. No, do you know what? I spoke to Luca earlier. He might come on at some point, but I spoke to Luca earlier. And the funny thing is that, like, he was having a go in Ketia. He came on for about 9 minutes of the game. And I'm like, there's 9 minutes to go. We're 10 men down. What are you expecting to do? He's like, you're supposed to get. But I said, well, like, he's supposed to try and help us get forward. And I'm like, mate, do you know with 9 minutes to go, when we're 10 men down and we're 1-0 up, do you know what the game plan is? He said, yeah. Well, what's the game plan? He went, to get the second goal. And I went, how the fuck are we doing that? This ain't Arsenal of old, where it's 2004, where we could afford to play with 10 men because we got the likes of Perez, Lundberg, Henri, Bergkamp, right? And we could afford it. Like, this is Arsenal with Ben White, Olding, Xhaka, Partey, right? Which means that if we are down to 10 men, we are literally sat in our box for that is it, the entire half, for the entire game. That was all we're doing. So there's not much he could have done in those 9 minutes, apart from help out and defend, which he did. So, I mean, I was impressed with Wolves, to be honest. I did think Wolves were impressive in that game.
Yeah, it's our final third. It's been the problem all season long. That's like I said on the preview show, how lackluster we are in front of goal and how pitiful our goal scored column is. For that reason, yesterday was the most crosses into the box.
So, do you want Lacazette?
Well, it wouldn't matter because the ball would never get to him anyway.
Well, but there you go. He's a midfielder. He'll help you with the build-up play. He just can't score.
Yeah, all right.
I propose a swap deal.
Neves versus Lacazette.
I thought that the Neves and Thomas Partey duel was pretty good yesterday. I thought they were. It was hard to. I mean, Dendoncker was there pissing about being shit as usual. So he had Neves had to do the work of 2 blokes, but that was the most.
Don't ask Partey to do that. He'll check out on you, mate.
But you did static. That was correct. You did say that the other night.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, it was the most crosses we've had in the box in 4 years, and you defended it brilliantly. I mean, Raul Jimenez is completely. You don't like to say because of what we said the other night about the documentary and what's happened to him. He's not the same player anymore.
No,
and you kind of keep hoping every week that this is okay. We'll see signs, and we've seen it at Southampton. But it's been 2 or 3 months now, and it's just not working for him.
I think it's one of those where it's one of those injuries that you're never going to be the same again. It's kind of like with Eduardo, for example. I remember when Eduardo had his massive injury. I remember seeing pictures of it, and I was 14 at the time. Jesus, I'm glad I had like the life lesson of going for a liver transplant, so I know what gruesome shit looks like. Because when I saw that leg, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, and he was never the same again. He was never the same again.
You old enough to remember Matt Jansen for Blackburn, and he had a bike accident, and he was on the fringe.
I remember him playing for Blackburn.
He was superb for Blackburn, and he had this motorcycle accident in Italy, I think.
He was a fucking menace when he turned up the Ivory.
Yeah, he was superb. But after he was on the fringe of the England squad, he got ill for a World Cup and never made the squad. And then in that summer, if he'd gone to the World Cup, he wouldn't have gone to Italy and knackered himself up. But after that bike injury, he was never the same. And then he ended up playing for King Chorley.
It's that I think after Perez had one sort of season after that injury he got in 2002. But even then after that, he was never really the same after that.
No.
And because I think even after that injury, he wasn't the same because he was Player of the Year that year, right? And that was even though he, how do I put this? Yeah, he was never the same. He was never the same player after that injury, and he won the Player of the Year even though he had got injured about March. So he had like a fair amount of games left. So. There you go. Got Sait back. Where is Steven hiding the stream? Mate, I'll get the StreamYard link when I bloody feel like it, mate. Don't worry. I ain't scared. But we ain't getting top 4, mate, so I don't know what you worry about. Right, keep chatting. But yeah, Sait, what did you make of it, mate?
Of the game?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's always good to win. It's even better to win away. But we didn't play well. I have to say, I was disappointed by both sides. I was expecting more from Arsenal, and I was expecting more from Wolves as well. I don't think they played well against us, and I don't think we played well against them. We obviously we scored from the corner. We had the two, like I said, chances where should have scored at least one of them. But other than that, we didn't create anything massive, and you can see why Wolves is a side that doesn't concede a lot, but they don't score a lot. Can't remember them having any kind of big chances before the red card, and even when the red card came, they had a few shots, but there wasn't. You weren't that nervous. You never felt like they were going to score. So it wasn't it was a boring game, to be fair, and quality was lacking from both sides.
Yeah, definitely. Would I mean, still, I'll come to you about the red card. What did you make of it?
I thought, like what you said about the raising your hands thing, you never see it for something as innocuous as that for a straight red, but it was it didn't seem as bad on the telly. Watching it, I mean, it was the opposite side because my seat's opposite the camera, the other side of the ground. So above the Arsenal fans, nothing thrown down before you start. It looked bad. It looked like something bad had happened, but it was the complete other side of the pitch, so you couldn't really tell what had gone on. But then when he hacked him down, and I thought, well, will he do it? Because like you said, it's a blatant yellow card, the first one, and then he goes and does that. Although it showed a lot of bottle from Michael Oliver, to be fair. It's very rare, like you said earlier, that it happens, but by the letter of law, it's right. But at the same time, it's like, oh shit, no, we're really not going to score now. As soon as that happened.
But like people have been moaning, and this is what I love about Arsenal fans, right? They love to sit there and moan about how the letter of the law is not being followed. It's all against us because it's not being followed properly. And then when an actual referee follows the letter of the law and it goes against them, now they're losing their shit because they're not doing them a favour.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they said on the commentary, but
I think the commentary was more, and I saw the Premier League commentary. Sorry, the Premier League commentary was how would I put it? I've never seen this before, and I'm like, it's because you've never seen someone be that stupid. That's why.
It's just not true, mate. That's the thing. Like you say, like when it doesn't go in our favor. Like you don't see games where the ref helped Arsenal, and I'm not asking for that to happen. It's just that things happen to us, and it doesn't happen to other players, like to other teams. I think like in the beginning of the game, I think it was a challenge against Martinelli, dude. In most cases, when Xhaka does that, he gets a red card.
But
I'm not saying that was a red, but I'm saying, dude, it becomes frustrating at some point. We won the game, dude. I don't need to complain. It's just that I see inconsistencies.
So why are you complaining?
Because the inconsistencies piss me off, dude. We suck. Like we don't have a good team.
He wasn't being inconsistent. He was being consistent with the rules.
We don't have a good team. We don't have a good manager. We don't have good luck, dude. We can't have refs go against us. That's
you know what we've got? We've got a squad that's decided to be very undisciplined.
I think we need to bring the discussion down to where it's relevant. So let's forget about good managers, good players, and all of that. We need to look at ourselves as well. I've seen decisions go against us, but I didn't think that this was one of them.
Yeah.
And the reason is the first foul by Martinelli is so unnecessary. Like it's so unprovoked. Why would you do that? We are leading away from home. You don't need to go and push the guy. That was just unnecessary. And then you have the second
situation anyway.
Yeah, and then you have the second incident where you've already caught up the guy. You don't need to tackle him. You can just run beside him. But it was like because he was so frustrated, he just ran down the player, and the referee did his job. And that was
I've heard.
Give him two yellow.
I'll get Nitesh's opinion just in a sec. I just want to quickly just comment on what I've heard recently from some fans is that they've seemed to say that like because of what's happened with Partey, Xhaka, and others that have got yellow cards, red cards, Gabriel as well. It's starting to rub because of their deal with discipline. It's now rubbing off on the youngsters, and it's now starting off the young players, and they're starting getting ill discipline because of what the senior players seem to be doing.
I don't think.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
No.
I don't buy
Martinelli
that.
did what he did because he was frustrated, and nothing to do with what Granit Xhaka has done before.
I do feel
they are not 10 years.
Yeah,
old.
but see, I do feel there's a discipline problem with that squad. And the manager, I don't know, and when the manager comes out and says, "I don't know what to do about it," that's very worrying, especially when you've got a thin squad as it is.
It reminds me a bit of the middle Wenger days when like someone used to get sent off like once a month, and they're like the little tally that used to go on. This is like the 14th red card under Arsene Wenger's reign, and
mate, we've had more red cards than we've had goals already this year. We're in February. Nitesh, how are you?
I'm good. We won the game. I don't care about the red card. Yes, the referee, as Rio Ferdinand says, he wants attention. He got attention. As simple as that. You don't. If you want to book the player, you book the player and stop the play immediately. But the thing is, he did not book him at that point. So Martinelli thought, okay, maybe he's let me off without booking me. So he pulled the man down. If he knows that he's on a yellow card, he's never putting that challenge in. He's never pulling a man down from behind.
Come on.
Exactly.
He's already seen he's given the advantage. So he's already he's seen the referee's hand go up. So he's seen I've committed a foul. I've committed a foul here, right? So you should be thinking, if I've committed a foul and I've put my hands on someone, I should be at least getting a book in here, right? That's not thinking. It's not thinking.
Stephen,
You've seen a referee's hand go up. That means an advantage is being played. There's only advantage being played for one reason. You have committed a foul, right?
Stephen.
But
so to avoid getting sent off, you do not do it again. You do not do another foul.
Stephen, I can tell you something very confidently. Martinelli has never watched Northern Irish football, so he doesn't. He's never seen this happen. He's never seen this happen. No one's ever seen this happen. It doesn't happen. He used to play in Brazil.
It's basic
no, it's
intelligence.
not basics.
It is.
No,
it's basic intelligence.
Stephen, it's never happened.
It's called.
Stephen,
You don't see it happen in the
Stephen.
Prem.
Just because a referee plays advantage doesn't mean it's a yellow card.
Yeah.
Yes, no. You're not getting it. You should be thinking if I've committed a foul, I don't commit another one in case that is a yellow card.
Why will he imagine that the referee is supposed to book him at that point?
You put your hands on someone. He could easily get sent off for it.
He pushed him off the pitch.
He tried to prevent the throw. Yeah, he tried to prevent the throw.
Yeah, but what if he pushes him off, crashes in the audience, and causes an injury?
And have you seen the FA rule that has been shared around? You can't book a player twice in a single round of play.
Yes, you can. You can.
Yes,
that rule is not. It's not.
Where is it?
I've actually spoken with someone who's spoken with a Premier League referee. The ref did nothing wrong, and I don't think we should put the energy on the ref. I think we need to look at ourselves. Yeah. This isn't the first time. It's not the second time. It's not the third. We've had 14, 15 red cards under a 3-year period. You can't just blame that on luck and on bias and on the ref. You also have to look at yourself. You have to take responsibility. If you know that referees in general are more harsh towards you and your team, then you have to put your players in a situation where the ref can't give you red card. You can't tell me that every ref in the Premier League just want to hand Arsenal players red card. We are the one who are not matured enough. We've seen it several times. We saw it with Gabriel. We saw it with Xhaka. We saw it with Partey. We saw it with Martinelli. It was 2 unnecessary fouls made in less than 30 seconds. That's down to the player. If Martinelli doesn't push him outside the pitch, it's not a red card. Why is nobody saying that? He didn't have to push him. Why isn't anybody? Why did he push him? That push didn't help the team. It was so unnecessary. But why did he push him?
No, the
You know, I
push
can
was to
answer that.
prevent the quick throw from being taken.
Yeah.
No,
That
but
is something that
No,
is.
don't need to
No,
do
no, no,
it.
no, 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 no.
But he still did
That's
it.
stupid. It's
But he still
stupid.
did it, and then like fucking miles down the pitch, he had to go catch him up and do another one.
Guys, that's it,
Don't
it's
get it.
really not that uncommon. He was coming from off the pitch as well. He wanted to stop the guy. It is
Oh,
cheating.
my
It's
You
God.
not
can
good.
block him,
It's not
but
good
you don't push him.
sportsmanship.
You can stand
But
in
it's
front
not
of him
unheard
and
of.
block him, but you cannot push him. Simple.
And with both arms, it's too obvious. That's what I'm saying. We make it so obvious for the ref. It was the same with Granit
And-
Xhaka against Man City.
Sorry,
The
say
pulling
like you
of
said.
the
Say like you said.
Yeah.
If we are keep sitting there and going moaning that the referee's against us, the referee's against us, they give us red cards, they give us red cards, then surely Arteta should be telling them, don't give them the fucking option.
I agree
That's
with that.
what I'm
I
saying.
don't
That's
disagree
where
with
the,
that. I don't disagree with
that's
that.
where the
That's
energy should be for me as an
Thank you
Arsenal
very
fan.
much.
Our energy should be towards our players. They need to take
But
responsibility.
what happens
As
is
a
we get
Wolf,
a red card and then we just blame the ref all the time. And then nothing
yeah,
improves. We don't improve. How
the
are we going to
refs is
improve if we
not
just
going to
blame
change.
everyone else?
We need to change as a team, as a player. The refs are not going to change for Arsenal. So we need to change for them.
You know, it's quite telling. It's quite telling that this is the fourth year we've been back in the Premier League. That was one of the most. If you imagine on Football Manager where you change the aggression slider, that was one of the most aggressive sides I've seen since we got promoted at Molineux. It was ridiculous, and it should have been nipped in the bud straight away. He let a lot go in the first 10, 15 minutes. There was a lot of off the ball stuff that was going on. Again, like I said, if Sait got brought back in, he would wind people up, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah, I just got to go through some of these analytic. By the way, do smash the like button, the subscribe button. Do become a member of the channel if you can. It all goes to Children's Liberties Foundation as usual. I hear Arteta is a disciplined coach, but I think he's not. Players in this club get stupid red cards every game. He seems to tell the players if you get a stupid red card, you That's definitely true. Because they'll be banned. Especially if you've got a thin squad as well. It just makes it's no spent. I make you favourite for top 4. Oh yeah, that's because of what I'm Southampton. So I respect Michael Oliver for having the balls to give him a double yellow. Which was the right decision. I mean, do you know what? Usually, like when I see a controversial decision, I didn't do the watch along, so I did extended highlights of it and watched back. And I've heard there was a controversial decision of a controversial red card again for Arsenal. So I look back at it and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Ref done something something stupid or something, right? But I mean, it looked, and I thought it's not one of those where you look at it and you got to look at it 3-4 times to get an opinion. That I could tell straight away. Nah, done. 2 yellows.
Stephen, do you know what's funny?
Straight away.
Do you know what's funny? You remember when Pepe got sent out against Leeds? I think it was last year or the year before. And Arteta called him out in the media. Since then, he's not had any disciplinary issues. But whenever Granit Xhaka got a red card, he's always defended him. And since then, we've had more red cards. So maybe the manager needs to change his approach towards the players. Maybe they need to set a certain standard and mentality when you get a red card that is not like, when it's like a one-on-one situation and you don't want the opposition to score or come one-on-one with the goalie and you're the last defender and you get caught, you can say, okay, it's the situation. It's not 100% the player's fault. But when it's unnecessary red cards with the parties, with the Xhakas and with the Martinellis, it needs to start to be some kind of punishment. The players needs to understand that they can't just behave like anyhow on the pitch. They need to control the emotions.
Like should be benched, not good enough. Play Pepe out top. Don't forget Pepe had 16 last season. He's a baller. I won't be completely against that, to be honest. 9 votes so far. 89% say yes, he should have been sent off. 11% say no. It'd be lovely to know who the 11% are. But there you go.
I did not vote, by the way. Just
I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he did. But there you go. Yeah, mate, like, I just feel that we need to start when it comes to our red cards. Look, the only way you improve is if you look at yourself. Right? Great sportsmen improve when they look at themselves. Right? The reason Hamilton's dominated for so long, and I'll bring it back to F1 again. The reason Hamilton has dominated for so long because he looked within himself. There you go. Like, he looked within himself and demanded more from himself. So, and you say that with many other athletes across the world, like Usain Bolt broke the record again after he broke the record the first time around because he demanded more from himself, and that's what happens at elite level sport, and that's what you see with Pep. He demands more from his players, and he demands more from himself, and that's how they stay at the top of their game. So the only way we're going to get to the top is if we stop. Yes, there are certain red cards. You can have a look at the ref and go, yeah, right, really? Right? But it comes to a point where you've got to go, no, we've got to look at ourselves here and judge on the fact that, be truthful to ourselves on how we should improve to stop these red cards from happening, because it's getting a point of ridiculousness, especially since the squad is now so thin. And this is the problem. If this our squad so thin and we keep getting red cards, we're going to have no players left.
I agree with you, but those are two completely different situations and conversations. Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead. Sorry. Stu wanted to talk, didn't you?
Oh, no, I was just going to say about how you talked about having a small squad anyway. It does seem that the red cards get shared out pretty evenly around different departments of the team.
That is a fair point. So, like, we're not like completely hampered in one area.
Yeah,
it's
almost like it's tactical.
Don't.
We have our players back. We have El Neni back. We have Pepe back. So squad problem is not anymore an issue.
You did say El Neni, did you?
But he did a job for Egypt. He can do a job for us. I'm not saying he's going to be our starter every week and week out, but I'm saying he can do a job for us as well.
We got rid of Willock.
Steven, you say yourself that you prefer him over Xhaka, right?
I know, too. But we had Maitland-Niles. We had Maitland-Niles available, for God's sake.
Oh, but he's gone. El Neni's here.
God help me. I don't know what's worse, the pain in my foot or the pain of this.
But Stu, what's your view? I mean, you've obviously heard mine and Steven's and Charlie's and Nitish. Do you feel like there's a disciplinary issue at Arsenal and that it was a red card? What's your view on it?
There's definitely a problem there. 100%. I don't know where it comes from. If it's normally you'd say these things come from the top down, but he doesn't seem. I mean, he was never like that as a player, so you wouldn't think he'd turn all Roy Keane as a manager. So I don't know what it just seems very, very Arsenal thing to do. I thought it was, like Steven said, I thought it was by the letter of the law, it was a red card, however weird it was. But yeah, like I said earlier, I was just astonished how aggressive Arsenal were when it was like way over the top, more than I've seen it. I mean, even Leeds, it's more than Leeds, and that's saying something really. But I did appreciate that after all the negativity. I did appreciate the Tierney having a nice blue towel to match the shirt yesterday to wipe the ball down with.
Yeah, definitely. How is Pepe?
I kind of feel like Arteta is trying to overcompensate.
Just gonna go for these. Just gonna go for the comments here, and then the test is Nketiah better than Pepe in your opinion? I'll let Sait finish and let you answer that. Go on, Sait.
I'm not. Let's say
Yes. So I was gonna say, I listened to one of Arteta's interview, and he said something interesting because they were asking him if there's been a culture change at Arsenal, because you remember Troy Deeney said Arsenal like cojones, and he said, "Yeah, I like that word. I want my players to have cojones," but I feel like he's kind of trying to overcompensate that. We've gone to been seen as a team that had a weak mentality to now become a team that's over aggressive, to trying to show the oppositions and the ref that we are not weak, we are not soft, we are the aggressive
As you can
Arsenal.
tell, the little one
But-
agrees.
Yeah, definitely. But aggression needs to be monitored. There needs to be a limit. You can't just overreact, and that's the problem I see at Arsenal.
And if people don't know what she was saying Arteta out in the background.
Stephen hears whatever he wants to hear all the time.
No, that's what Saeed's told me. This is the it's his daddy. It's the language that she speaks to her father. So So
Yeah, he's definitely Arteta out.
thank you very much. It's not my opinion. That's his opinion. So there you go. Yeah. So Nitish, isn't Nketiah better than Pepe in your opinion?
No, but when
Honestly.
you are bringing a player into a fast-paced game, you're not going to bring Pepe who slows down the play. You're going to bring someone who presses. And Eddie Nketiah is better than Pepe in terms of pressing. And that is why he brings him on. And he tries to make a like-for-like change, because when he tried to play the false nine, it didn't work out that well. So he's not ready to play Pepe as a forward yet. Otherwise, he would have started probably in some of the games. He still feels that Eddie can press better. He can do a job, but whether he's staying at the club or not is a different thing now.
To be fair, I did watch a clip of Pepe scoring a goal last season against what was it? It was Peach. It was exactly slow. Look, I like to see him start up top. I love to see him have the option. I think Laka needs to be dropped, to be honest. Like, he does need to be dropped.
I want Laka to play alongside Partey in midfield and drop Xhaka.
What's that?
I want Laka to play alongside Partey in midfield, dropping Xhaka.
Mate, you're going to do away Rooney with him in a minute, dropping deeper and deeper and deeper. Next me having a centre back.
Yeah, and Rob Holding may play striker then, because we don't have a striker.
That's probably it's probably why Laka was so effective in the second half. After the sending off, that was because that's all we did. He played him as a DN.
Well, first he missed that.
Look, I mean,
very clear chance.
No, but in the end, like with 20 minutes to go, we've got 20 minutes to go. And I think, given the circumstances, if it was probably last year, we probably would have bottled that, which we actually did. Actually, we went 1-0 up, and then we bottled it. Right? If we don't remember, in the second half,
the most blatant penalty of all time.
Never saw it.
The little clip on William Jose's heel.
Yeah,
no, I said this in a group chat as well. Martinelli going sent off helped us actually, because we brought on Rob Holding and then we shaped up to defend, and we defended well. We have done this against Liverpool as well in the League Cup. So those 5 at the back actually helped us beat Wolves. So I'm not worried about it, but again, I don't feel it was a red card.
You definitely did. I mean, as soon as the sending off happened, we knew we were fucked. We can't score at the best of times, let alone against teams who deliberately defend and do it well. Like you had been all game at that point anyway. So it absolutely helped Arsenal, 100%.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'd say is that where Arteta did actually just. I think in previous years he probably might have been a bit naive and thought he could not have to just park the bus on that occasion. and this time he's learnt from that. So yeah, I mean, fair credit to him for holding out what we could have easily bottled in previous times. So it's just whether you can continue on that. Now you've done that, and you've now you've gained on Man United, you've gained on Spurs. You need to go do that next week. You need to go do it next week. You got to do it next week, and you got to keep the pressure on. Man United, from what I'm hearing, like, mate, that's like the circus over there, mate. Mate, I thought we were in a bad situation. We're in a bad situation, but they're in like if we're in the sewers, they're in the fucking equator. Right? They're gone, like, completely. Tottenham, I had 1 minute they look all right with their manager and they're shithousing their way to it. 1 minute they look absolutely shit. Right? So I haven't got a clue what they're doing. They could be unpredictable as anything. West Ham, as much as I wouldn't have minded them got the top 4 after David Moyes, you can go fuck yourself, mate. Right? Maybe you should drop your fucking defenders, mate.
Well, we've got West Ham in a few weeks, and we've all
do me a favour. Can you kick Kurt Zuma in the nuts for us?
Well, we've got these ordered on bulk. If you can see that, these inflatable cats to throw around.
Yes. To be fair, they were booing the shit out of him. To be honest, like the whole of the fan base. Like, I just don't get that. Like, I mean, I put it on Twitter and I put pictures of my cat on there. Right, and I said, I was literally just someone I don't condone violence, but someone could just literally kick him in the nuts, do a Vinnie Jones on him, kick him in the nuts or on the head. I don't care. Like, and
as long as it's not Xhaka, it'll probably be a yellow card.
Mate, and as for Kirk, no. Even if it's Xhaka, they'll probably give him an award. Right? If someone kicks Kurt Zouma in the nuts in the next game, they'll give him a medal. They won't give him a sending off. They'll give him a medal. Like, honestly, you'll get knighted. I'm telling you.
This comment is a great point.
By the way, I would also say, Chris Kirkland, you're also a twat. Yeah. Doesn't it? I had to get that one in. Doesn't a first yellow card mean a warning? When did he get? Yeah, he cuts. Yeah, I hear your point, mate. But like I said, when you see a ref's got hands goes up like that for advantage, you know you've committed an offence. See, what I'm saying is you need to have that discipline of, I could be booked, I might not be, could be. So I'm not going to go commit another foul just in case I am. Right? That's what I'm saying here.
Stephen,
that's how.
The rule I was mentioning is in a single run of play, you can't book a player twice.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think by the time.
I can show you the rule.
But say, but I also think by the time he had taken down that player, the advantage had been played. So it's in the next phase of play.
What that means is, like where he'd already brought him down, if then he got up and then he pushed him over again, that couldn't then be 2 yellows because it was the same incident.
Yeah,
because it was 2 separate. Yeah, because it was 2 separate incidents, the whole same passage of play thing doesn't matter because it's 2 incidents.
Because if I'm betting you, because you haven't been able to see it off camera, right? The ref's probably done 5 seconds or something to play the advantage. Once his hands come down, he's in the next phase of play. Yeah. So if he then does it in the next phase of play after the hands have come down, that's a second yellow. Simple.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did do. And I don't think he was even 5 seconds because he got wiped out and he kind of put his arm up saying, "Okay, noted."
But because we had the ball
anyway,
we know how shit these refs are, so don't give him the option. It's simple facts. We know. We all see it. We all moan about it. I'm sure he hears it all over social media. Knows it himself that how crap these refs are in this country. Don't give him the option. especially Michael Oliver. He's a prick, right? I think they're all pricks, mate. So so there we are. Like, Man United got the squad, but this Ragnick guy, I don't. No. Ragnick. No, it's the squad that are failing Ragnick. To be honest, it's not the other way around. To be honest, the player power in full effect. 7 likes. Make sure you keep smashing the like button for me. Big up Steven and Panon. Right, I'm gonna have to go to player ratings actually. So fair point, Steven, but it was very unusual. Yeah, of course it was unusual because it's no one's usually that stupid. But I'm gonna have to move on to player ratings now. So Oliver wants to be the center of mate. Every referee wants to be the center of attention. Like even the F1 referees want to be the fucking center of attention now. Jesus Christ. Right. Let's have a look. Right. Well, we'll start with Ramsdale. And I'll give it to Marley.
He was solid. I don't think he had too much to do. I'd give him a 7.
Can I just ask, was Tommy playing this game? No, Cedric was playing this game. I didn't know
Yeah,
Cedric was playing.
Tomiyasu wasn't playing. Cedric played.
Yeah.
He should have probably been booked in the first half.
Okay. Big up, Luca. Arsenal wasn't good enough to win the game. The game, Fortune, Wolves were just that poor. Ramsdale 6. You're.
I disagree. We played poor, but I don't think we were worse than Wolves.
Arsenal Manic 9. Yeah. So what did you say, Money, again? Sorry.
7.
7. Cool. Right, cool. I'll go with that. Right, Cedric, and I'm gonna give it to Sait. Sait? He's disappeared. Okay.
Which
Nitesh.
player did you say?
Oh, Cedric.
Cedric, I give him a 5. He was all right going forward, but he was getting ripped apart in defense, and that's the problem with Cedric. He can attack, but he can't defend.
Right.
But we kept the clean sheet. I give him a 6.
Alright, 6. Nitesh, I'm gonna give you Ben White.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you should do Ben White, but
Yeah, he did get lost.
Okay, Ben White. I think again he was as good as maybe Cedric, a little bit here and there, but I think overall he did his job. He was like part of the defensive line, and I think a 6 is a fair for him as well. Nothing great, but I think he did his job. We kept a clean sheet. They all defended well, especially after going down to 10 men.
Do you know what? Stu, I'm gonna give you Tierney.
Oh fuck you. Even his throw-ins weren't that great, really. Probably like you said about Cedric, he got both fullbacks got ripped apart so many times. You can't really give him more than a 6, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a fair point, actually. Where is he?
And with Cedric, at least he hasn't been playing regularly, but still he was decent.
Marley, I'm going to come back to you because obviously I only watched highlights, so I'm going to be 12 interested in this game. What do you make of Gabriel?
19.
Of course, you'd say that, wouldn't you?
No, okay.
I should have asked Sait, shouldn't I?
I should start saying. By the way, I feel like Tierney deserves a 6 or maybe even a 5. I'd have given Cedric and Ben White a 7, but I think Gabriel was probably a 9. He scored a goal. He was brilliant defensively, and he should have gotten an assist. That was an amazing pass to Lacazette.
Big up, Jamie. I hope you're well. If you haven't, do subscribe and leave a like. It really does help. See, yeah, 9. Did you say?
Yeah.
Is that
And
being
Marley-
biased or unbiased?
Yeah, go ahead.
He got booked because of Tierney.
Is that being biased or unbiased?
No, I think Stu agreed with me. He had a really good game.
Okay.
He was man of the match, mate.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, definitely. All right, let's do it. Yeah. See, I'm gonna give you Thomas Partey.
I think Partey was good yesterday.
Yeah.
Actually. I think he was solid on the ball. He seems to be growing in that new kind of defensive number 6 role that he's now playing. I'll probably give Partey 7.5, 7. Yeah, it was good.
I'm gonna give Nitesh Xhaka.
Zaka, don't remember him doing anything that great. He got booked towards the end of the first half, but yeah, I think he had 1 or 2 good instances where, like, I think there were a few crosses, he headed them out. But giving him a rating, I think it will be again, if you're giving all the defenders a 6, I think Zaka will also get a 6. That will be the standard rating.
Okay. Still, I'm gonna give you Odegaard.
I was disappointed by him. I was because
Mate, I'm included.
it was the first time I've seen him live, really, and it was one of them play like you have a checklist of these people that you want to see, and Ronaldo was one of them at the start of the season. Even though I did see Ronaldo when he was a kid at United when he first signed, and fuck me, he is shocking, beyond bad. Odegaard. So I didn't really notice him, so I can't really say anything. Probably a bang average 6.
Bang average 6. Yeah, bang average is 5 actually. So
Yeah, well, there you go then.
So, there you go. Then. So it has to be 5 then.
Yeah, you are still being a bit generous. He was not that good.
Yeah.
Marley, I'm gonna give you Saka. I know what you're gonna say about Gabriel Martinelli. So get out of here. I know what my standard is when someone gets a red card, but there you go. But anyway, I'm gonna give you Saka.
Dude, Saka, I mean, he did have exciting moments. He embarrassed a couple of defenders. He's always fun to watch, but I felt like overall in the game, he was kind of quiet. I don't think he deserves any more than a 6.
6. Yeah, I'm just going through some of these comments. Top 5. I got 2. So 4. Let's say 2. Poor guard 5. No way, mate. Kidding. But Steve, big up the panel in the chat. Big up Del Boy as well. And yeah, 6. Did you say?
I think, yeah. Maybe even a 5. Yeah, give him a 5, dude. I don't think.
5. Okay. You know what? Fuck. I'm gonna do Martinelli. Actually, I'm gonna do 1. I'm gonna do Martinelli.
By the way, Stu was really generous with Tierney as well, because Tierney probably deserves a little less than that.
Oh no, I'm giving him that for his
you lot are
coordination
gonna
with the
probably
toe.
flip right about now. I have a stand. Right, where is he? Where is he? There it is. I have a standard that usually comes. Oh, where is it? It's not there. Shit.
Are you looking for Arteta now?
No, he's here at the bottom. He's at the top right most.
No, I got it.
Martinelli, right?
Yeah, I got
the
it.
last player on the top, in the
it.
top row.
I got it. Sorry. Anyone gets a red card gets thrown in there. Don't care.
That's absurd.
I don't care.
No, I think you can raise him one level up and put Lacazette
Nope.
there.
Nope. Red cards are red cards, man. I'm not having it. Unless it is categorically stupid by the ref, which I don't think it is.
Which
in
it
this
was.
case. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It's you're not comparing Martinelli's red card to a Xhaka red card or maybe a Thomas Partey red card when he came back.
I am, because it's stupid. You should be thinking. Use your brain. Everyone keeps saying he's got a football IQ. Use it.
Steven.
He didn't use it in that instance.
He's been playing football for over 10 years at youth level, at professional level. He's never
Yeah,
even
then he should know
witnessed
not to
something
get
like
not
this.
to give the referee an
He's
option.
never witnessed. He's
Oh.
witnessed people being
Mate, I know you're
stupid
trying to
because
be
he's
his
with
defense
kids.
lawyer, but I'm not hearing it. Run
Steven,
out.
Dude, it's
Steven.
just like you're very wrong and you think that you're very right. It's just like it makes no sense.
Nope.
He's never seen anything like this.
Nope.
How can you
Let
say
me-
that
let
he's
me-
being so stupid? You're saying he's being like the dumbest player ever. He's never seen anything like this.
Nope.
I mean,
Steven,
it was the
Steven,
Nope.
let me tell you in one sentence what he's trying to say. Having a football IQ does not mean that Martinelli is psychic. He can't predict what the referee is going to do.
No. You should have the intelligence to think if I have committed an offence, which is what he's put his arms out for, because you're playing advantage, I could possibly get a yellow card. That is called using your football IQ. He didn't do that. He decided I'm going to do something stupid
I think we
and not
are
think
all
and
not
be
gonna
naive. And he
agree
needs
on
to
this
learn.
one. Yes, you
He
can say it
needs
was
to
a harsh
learn.
red, but it was a red,
Harsh,
so we
but he
move on.
needs to learn. Otherwise, he's never going to improve.
Yeah,
You don't
agreed
give
on-
these half truths, you don't learn. Simple.
No, agreed on the harsh red part, but the thing is, why are you berating his first half and performance before the red card? I'm saying that. Like, why are you
Because
putting
he's
him at
ruined
the
it. He's gone and ruined it. He nearly ruined it for the whole team as well. Because once if Wolves scored an equaliser straight after. Not then. Couldn't do anything. We'd have to park up and try and play for a point. And then we miss out on vital points in the top four race. And we miss out by 1 point in the end of at the end of the season. It'll be all because of him. There you go. There's things like that. You've got. I'm sorry, at top level of sport, it's not. Sorry. Right? And it's the only way he'll improve. And then if you judge him harshly on that, right, he then eventually improves because he realizes that's not part of his game. He needs to stop that straight away. Cut it out. Cut it out
you're right,
before
you're
before it gets worse.
The only way Martinelli improves is if he gets a 0 in player ratings in YouTube. I agree with that.
Yes.
I was thinking the same thing. Steven is going to change Martinelli's career right now.
Yes,
sitting at home.
yes, we are. Yes.
Steven just made sure that Martinelli
Hey, look.
reaches
The big
height of
channels might
4'9".
want to look. The other channels we're not going to mention. We know where they are. Might want to fob them off and say it's the referee's fault. Martinelli's not that bad. He's just that it's the referee's fault. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
Right?
my channel's
We're
be
gonna
doing that in
be-
about an hour.
Objective and actually think we need to look at ourselves. Right? There we are. So there we are.
Steven
Right.
is a dictator.
Yes, I am a
Yes.
dictator. lack of threat. What are we doing for lack of threat?
Same as Martinelli.
Any
Is he always this-
suggestions too?
Is he always that lazy?
Not usually.
He's not
Two.
lazy, he just gets tired really fast.
The problem with Laka is that he's 30 years old, but he plays like he's 40, and it's a big concern. His legs is already gone. He's not very mobile, and he doesn't score.
Rest of good to you. We've already explained that it was two different passages of play. So yeah, and with both decisions, sometimes common sense should be used. That's what I'm trying to say here. Many times, player make cards fouls in the same pass. Refs. Yeah. As what just can agree with it. Definitely was not the same passage of play, Martin. Zero. Yeah. Lack of threat, 1. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that or 2. Take your pick.
Are we judging
Okay.
him as a striker or a DM?
As a striker, since he played as a striker, mate.
Then I'll give him a 0, mate. I
Oh,
can't
for
stand it
fuck's sake.
anymore.
Nitesh?
Yeah, same as Martinelli.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Stu? Help me out.
I wouldn't have gone that far. I would have said poor. I would have said 3. I mean, he did put himself about, and even though he did fuck it up at the end and put it wide, he did get himself through. And not many players have got through the defense like they did for that chance. But it was the only kind of movement he had all day. So it's
All right.
it was disappointing.
Sait?
He disconnected. He got
disconnected.
disconnected. But Steven,
I'm going to say 2.
But Steven, if we are accepting Lacazette missing those kind of chances, what was wrong with Aubameyang then?
Hey. I put him at the bottom as well, so don't even go there.
Switch me and Nitesh. Don't cover his beautiful face with comments. Yeah, there you go.
It's 3 in the night. Nothing is beautiful right now.
Look, I'll put him at 1. I'll put him at 1. There you go. Eh? That's all you're getting. Right. The manager.
What about the subs?
Oh yeah, the subs. Fuck.
Rob Holding gets an 8, mate.
Rob Holding gets an 8. Yeah, I'll give him that one. Rob Holding gets an 8. He was solid for actually. Balding.
Goal line clearance.
Yeah, goal line clearance. I'm sure Stu's probably going to say 0 for that. Smith Rowe couldn't do much, did he?
Ooh,
No.
he was terrible, dude. Terrible.
No, actually, he was alone while at the end because we were 1 man short and he was just trying to run it.
Wasn't it? So stand of 5.
So yeah, 4 or
Same
5.
as I was going to say in Nketiah. That's why I didn't like big up. I mean, Luca was trying to have a go at Nketiah this morning. I'm like, what could he do? He was being put on with when he's only got 10 men. He was being on just to help fresh legs to try and defend. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, that's what I said about with respect to Pepe as well. Like when you are putting a player into a very fierce game where you need energy.
Job as well. Only one of them could have done the job.
The thing is, Pepe takes time, you can say, to adjust and fit in. He's not as, you can say, active as Eddie Nketiah. So that is why he brings him on. If Pepe starts a game, then Pepe can make an impact. But if Pepe does not start a game, it is very difficult to bring him into a game which needs an aggressive player. He's not an aggressive kind of player.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to move on to the manager.
This is going to be fun.
I'm going to give him a 7.
Wow, that's what I'm thinking.
Nitesh?
I'll take it. You may go lower later. That is why I'll take it.
Don't push me. I could say 6 because they lack a little discipline. There you
Then
go.
you should also say 8 or 9 because of the substitute Holding.
It's a good point.
Yeah, right. Fans. Stu, what do you think of the Arsenal fans? All the fans?
They were louder than some have been at Molineux this season. I'll give them that. And it is like a catalogue of 3 songs, but even so, yeah. If you put in Arteta as a 7, then they've got to go as a 7 as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go that. All right, fine. Do that.
What would you have given Arteta's to?
Probably about the same. And he came with a game plan to piss us off, and it worked.
Right.
And
Yeah.
And as like you said, that wouldn't have happened last season. Arsenal would have completely collapsed. And we would have got it. But
Stay wanted to just to quickly go through what would have been your stats, your player ratings for your team, if you could
Oh,
quickly
me?
come up with, yeah, for the Wolves. I
Um,
haven't got a player ratings for it, but
no. Jose Sarr really didn't have much to do other than messing up with the corner a little bit. 6 probably. Yeah. I mean, no one really played badly. I mean, there's been a massive kind of split today about Trincao. I don't know what your thoughts on him were. Number 11 for us on the right wing.
yeah, I think he did well. To be fair,
Yeah, he overhit a couple of crosses on his wrong foot, but that's because of the lack of Traore and people thinking he's his replacement, which he probably will be anyway. He seems to be scapegoated a bit, but yeah, if I go through it the same as you did, Semedo I thought was okay. He wasn't as forward thinking as he has been recently, even though him and Tierney had a little bit of a ding dong on that side. Probably about 6. Semedo. Kilman probably had, after me bigging him up the other night, he probably had his worst game of the season for us. As is the way.
It's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah, he looked a bit erratic and he got a bit. I think they rattled him a bit, and he hasn't had to deal with that kind of thing so far this season. So probably put him at about, again, 6. Cody, I thought Cody played well. 7. Sait's coming back in for the first time since the AFCON. I don't think he did anything wrong, and he never really got exposed, which I thought he might do after such a time away. 6 again though. Marcel, I don't think I wasn't that impressed with Marcel, to be honest. A left wing back for us.
He was actually, the thing was, Cedric should have been booked for one of those he went into his hip and one more challenge was there. I think he got lucky. And he was rattled after that. You remember that corner after the treatment that he got? He got kicked with the ball again and he went down again. So I think it was more to do with that.
Yeah, he's been pretty injury prone since we bought him in anyway. Because he was only bought as cover for Johnny, who had 2 ACLs back to back. So that's why he went off injured, and Ait Nouri came back in. But I was talking in the week about how I wanted Ait Nouri to start anyway, which was a bit. I mean, he's probably saving him for Spurs on Sunday, hopefully anyway.
Oh, thank God.
And then I thought Neves played well for us. He's probably our best player. I'm probably giving him about an 8.
I want him at Arsenal, to be honest. I really do.
Even after
he's one of my options.
I think his comments have been kind of twisted a little bit. What he said was more. It was more a case of how far we've come rather than where Arsenal are. And it's still his second. Even though he's been here for 5 years, it's still his second language. And that's what when I heard it this morning, I thought, well, because we're in like I said the other night, we were in the Championship 5 years ago, and for Arsenal to be celebrating a win against us like that, it means a lot to us, not to everyone else, and not Arsenal that won a cup final. I thought that was a bit harsh on him, really, but it's the way the world is. Thought
they'll twist anything these days.
Yeah, I thought Dendoncker next to him was piss poor. Probably about 3 or 4, just shit. Trincao, I thought looked good in patches. His 2 bad crosses aside, probably 6. Pedence, I thought had a bad game. He looks lively in patches and then doesn't produce an end product at all. 6, and then Raul, fuck me, 4. And it's not nothing against. It's just the situation we're in at the minute.
I get that, man.
I think Neves was frustrated because we were slowing down everything, and even your manager was frustrated to the core because of what we were doing, including the fans as well. So I think it is because of that. Like, the way we slowed down the game, and the Martinelli red card was also part of that same thing. He was trying to slow down the play, and I think that frustrated them a lot.
Arsenal Money, after what we said before the start of the Brentford game at the start of the season, hold your horses. Hold your horses. Just give it a minute. Don't get on the hype train just yet. This is what we need to do. We need to just keep winning this. By the way, this is only our first victory, and I know we haven't played only about 2 games. This is our first victory though, so in 2022. So we just need to keep building on that. So just one game at a time, right? And respect every time the opposition. So yeah, Stu, if for the comment on there, fair enough. Yeah, man. So
I mean, that's what I took from it. I mean, you can
Yeah.
take it either way, really. But knowing him, well, not knowing him obviously, but the kind of guy he is and the kind of things he's said in the past, it's more a case of how much he loves the club rather than kind of digging anyone else out. So it'd be out of character for him to do it that way, but it's probably relevant both ways, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was meant with any malice.
anyway,
Plus, if
Go
he's
on.
coming to Arsenal, then he better not say wrong things.
anyway, we're gonna have to wrap it up there. Stu, thanks for coming on once again.
No
Part
problem.
of Match Reaction for us. I know it's been a bit over an hour, but I really do appreciate it once again. Thanks, Nitesh, as usual, coming on and just causing mayhem. Marley just being just the usual biased Brazilian that I know.
You're welcome.
Well, Stu, where can I find you, man?
On Twitter, that's at StuJ4Z, or my podcast that I'm part of at Wolves Fancast on everywhere, pretty much.
Yeah, go check them out. Go subscribe to them on YouTube. If I can actually just quickly find them. Wolves.
Or just look for this logo; it's everywhere. Yeah, we had about 5 of them made, and I bought one of them.
Hey, there you go. I'm gonna well, actually, no. Do you know what? I've just found the link, so I'm just gonna quickly post that in there. There you go. Links in the chat right now, so if you can go over there, give it a sub, really do appreciate it. And Nitesh, where can I find you, my friend?
You can find me in 15 to 20 minutes kicking Steven's butt on Football United.
Yeah,
TV.
you wish. You got more chance of me flying to the moon, mate.
I'll see you on the moon then, but still.
Mate,
But,
if you want me to put this link in there, shush.
but I was just saying, yeah, you can find me on
Yeah,
Beyond
if
the
you
Post
wanted
on
to
Twitter.
speak complete trash, like find him here, like.
Anyways, we are progressing, so Steven has to calm down his stance and let's see what new excuse Steven creates today to defend.
Mate, I've got plenty in my locker. Don't you start.
So that video is gonna happen soon, and Steven is gonna find a new reason to hate Arteta today. But yeah, apart from that, as he's put the link in the chat and on Twitter, Beyond the Post, approaching 6,400 followers now, and on Arsenal FC Fans on Facebook. And thanks for having me on.
No worries. Marley, where can I find you, my bro?
Yeah, man. So follow me on Twitter at Marley Chillin, and the channel as well on Twitter and on Instagram at Football United TV. And just switch to Football United TV now. We're gonna go live in 10 minutes. Tune in so you can watch me mute Steven like 20 times in the stream.
I was generous. I said 20. You said 10.
Yeah.
See what I'll do with these.
Somewhere in
See what I'll do with
between.
it
Somewhere in between.
That's in my opinion.
When you're done watching that, go back and watch the premiere of the FETA show that I did last night, Football in the Americas, where I talk about 30. Nah, it's all good, dude. You can watch it. after we streamed together.
Yeah.
So we spoke about 30 top talents coming from Brazil that we expect to be seeing in Europe soon. So, infinite pool of talent in Brazil. It's always interesting to check that out with the
I swear
amazing
we
Johnny.
did that a one-off show with that, didn't we?
I think I've spoken about a couple of players, yeah. But dude,
Yeah,
the
I think we did a
rotation's
one-off
kind of
show,
fast
yeah.
in Brazil, like we have
Yeah.
new players to be talking about now.
Marley,
Oh,
Marley,
before we just go, big up to Miss Mel as well.
Big up, Miss Mel.
Marley, how many were Gabriels out of those?
3 Gabriels.
How many did they get sent off in the space of 6 seconds?
Steven, shut up.
Let's do that one in. Anyway,
that's all the comeback I have.
Anyway, big up Miss Mel. Big up everyone on the panel, everyone in the chat. Please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Do become a member as well from as little as $1.99. Tomorrow night we will have not just on the F1 channel some shows to do there, but which will be on SFeatley F1, but on SFeatley TV we'll be doing a sort of a banter Q&A stream, which is sort of a teaser to what show you will be expecting if you became a level 2 member or higher. And basically, if you become a level 2 member or higher, you will get chance to go on that show, like kind of like what Sarcasm City does, like once a month. So and just be part of a genuine Q&A banter sports session. So if you want to be part of that, and just and if you want to help support the charity big time, and do hit the join button below and become a member from as little as $1.99 a month. And to be part of the members only live streams, it's from $4.99 a month. So make sure you do that. But until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon.